Welcome back, everybody. Another episode of the Merge Podcast. Today, we're joined by our second furthest away guest that we've had, number 2. Branden Saylor. How are you doing, Branden?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you guys doing?
Very well, mate.
Very good. Very good.
Please excuse if you hear any fireworks in the background, because we've had a major, I would call it disappointment today.
You know, it was something that you predicted. This is about soccer. It's about soccer.
Oh.
Yeah. So have you heard of the Old Firm, Branden?
No. I mean, I try and follow soccer some, the real football. They're not. I'm a big American football fan, but
right.
I've tried to follow soccer some, but it's mostly during like the World Cups and stuff like that. Like it's like I know some of the best soccer players in the world. Lionel Messi, of course, but he's getting old, and then you have Cristiano Ronaldo, who just doesn't get old.
Does not.
He reverses. He gets younger.
You got that Zoltan guy, right? That guy's pretty good. He was calling out LeBron James the other day, saying that athletes should be athletes and politicians are politicians, and they should stick to their
field expertise.
Yeah.
Well, the Old Firm, Branden, is the two major football clubs in Scotland, Celtic and Rangers.
Aye.
And Celtic have won, over the last decade, Celtic have won pretty much everything. And today was the first time in 10 years that Rangers have won the league. So there's fireworks
fireworks and
I think you got.
I'm a Rangers fan. I'm a Rangers fan.
Celtics fans. The other one.
I'm Celtic. Yeah.
I'm a Rangers fan.
Oh shit. I mean, I guess the light's got to shine in somebody's ass once in a while.
Exactly.
Exactly. I've got a new house with a big hole in the roof. I didn't expect that.
So you're into your American football then? So did you watch the Super Bowl, I take it?
I did, and I watched Tom Brady do what the fuck Tom Brady does. It is insane. I mean, I used to be the biggest Tom Brady hater in the world, but now he's kind of like a stepdad, Like I don't like him, but I respect him.
Yeah, it's hard not to respect somebody like that.
He has more Super Bowl wins than any NFL franchise. A team,
a legend
by himself.
And he's like 40 or something, 45 or something.
Yeah, he's like 43.
Fuck,
and he's just out there. I mean, he played great in Super Bowl. I mean, I'm not going to say that it didn't seem one-sided against the Chiefs with the referees, but at the same time, I don't feel like the Chiefs were all that mad since they won the Super Bowl the year before. They just were like, all right, we'll just be here again next year. Like, it's, you know what I'm saying?
That was the first Super Bowl I've ever watched. And
oh man, I'm sorry. You should have watched my Eagles beat the Patriots. Speaking of Tom Brady,
is that your beer warmer there in the background? Is that used to keep a beer cooler? Sorry,
it's my old Jeremy Maclin jersey. I got my Super Bowl helmet, my Eagles lamp, but I'm pretty disappointed in the Eagles of what they've done this offseason. So it's pretty shit.
Where are the Eagles from? What's their city?
They're from Philadelphia.
Yes. You're from Texas, Or you?
I live in Texas now. I'm originally from Michigan.
Right.
Oh, nice.
And then I moved to Nashville about 7 years ago, maybe 8 years ago, because I've been living here for a year now. And I met my wife actually a little over 4 years ago. We just had our anniversary. I met her. I met her on a Facebook fan page.
All right.
Actually, and she lived here in San Antonio, where we were both big fans of a band called Coheed and Cambria. And if you haven't checked them out, if there's anybody listening, please check them out. Amazing band, especially if you like old school rock like Rush and stuff like that. They're great. But yeah, I met her and she decided to take a chance. She took a bus ride to Nashville just to hang out for a month. And I was happy I wasn't getting catfished. She showed up and I was like, wow, man, this is the person who it was. I was expecting like a 400-pound one-legged man to show up. And an MTV film crew, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it was her. And
we gotcha.
Yeah. And he showed up, and we had a lovely daughter. On the 27th, it'll be three years ago.
Wow,
man. That's
and yeah, and Yeah, it's crazy how it's worked out, man.
How do you find fatherhood whilst trying to squeeze in a few games of COD?
It's trying, man. It's definitely, especially with my daughter. She's got a lot of classes and stuff. She's speech delayed, so she's got her struggles. So I've been having to take a lot of time to teach her stuff and all that. Trying to teach her words and all these other things, and then she picks up the wrong words while I'm playing COD, things like that.
Yeah.
Just like the other day, I swear she was.
Maybe she speaks very good. Maybe she speaks very good Scottish.
I think she speaks very good Mignonese. That's what I think it is. She's like,
that's I've got a little girl as well. She's 2. She does that as well. When she's really excited, it's like sweet chocolate. And it's that Despicable Me. It has got so much to answer for.
No, dude. Oh my God, I love those movies. And they're supposed to have the Rise of Gru was supposed to come out like last year, and they pushed it back because of the COVID. How is the COVID stuff over there? Like how does it?
I think it might take a spike again because all the fans have been out celebrating and just.
Aye. So we've been in lockdown though since
nearly a year, man.
Pretty much. We were back working for about 2 months. Maybe about September, October time. And then as soon as December came, it was pretty much late mid-December. We've been in lockdown ever since.
And you guys are having to work at home or what? Or they
furlough? We get paid for being off. So which is
okay, nice.
So I'm loving it.
Oh yeah. You're like, fuck it, let it go on.
How long can I ride this out and just see how it goes?
What's it like in especially Texas? Is it?
Fucking Governor Assad here. Just starting Wednesday, it's no longer a mask mandate here. During spring break, which is the biggest time in America for people to get wasted and do dumb shit. It's besides New Year's, but he's lifting the mask mandates and that businesses be open 100% starting Wednesday. So, but a lot of businesses have stepped up and have like a no mask, no service policy that they're adding into their own stuff. Yeah. I mean, because it's crazy here, man. I mean, they just passed the stimulus bill. I'm pretty sure I made probably national news that they just passed it Saturday for the $1,400 stimulus checks. But I mean,
people who've like not been able to work and
you're getting $1,400 a person, even your children. If they're under 7, you get $1,600. And you're getting $1,400 a person for, So it's about, about $4,400 we have coming our way, which will really help.
Yeah, that's good, I suppose.
Joe Rogan's been raving about Texas since he got there, hasn't he? He's been like, comedy's going, he's building a fucking skyscraper or something like that.
And then him and Dave Chappelle and all of them caught COVID.
Joe Rogan. Did he catch it? I know everybody caught it.
I mean,
he was with people.
Chappelle had it, and they were all in contact with each other. So I kind of find it hard to believe that
he didn't.
I mean, Joe Rogan is. I mean, he's Mr. Podcast. I guess I'm more of a Mark Maron fan. I listen to more of Mark Maron than any podcaster.
Is that the
He's a stand-up comedian, fantastic stand-up comedian. He had a show on IFC called Maron that actually ran for 3 or 4. Have you guys seen the show Glow on Netflix?
I've seen it advertised, but I've not watched it.
Nah.
He plays the director guy, the older director guy in that, and he's really good in that too. But his What the Fuck podcast is one of the pioneers of podcasts. He's got 1 million episodes. He started doing podcasting well before podcasting was a thing. Like he was one of the real pioneers of it.
Was he on Joe Rogan at one point?
Yeah, Joe Rogan's been on his show. He's been on Joe Rogan's show. They've
the Podfather. Does he call him that? Is that what he calls him?
The Podfather.
Is that something like that?
So I mean, I'm pretty sure he's been called that before. What is it? He just had Tim Allen on there. I think yesterday. That was a pretty good one.
Tim Allen. He's like when I think of like Christmas movies, Tim Allen is like
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus, aye.
Second one and the third. He had 3 movies out of that, man. What a franchise.
Yeah, he did.
And Buzz Lightyear.
And then
he's Buzz Lightyear.
I heard they're making a new Galaxy Quest movie too, that they're in the works of doing that. So, I mean, he was in the Galaxy. If you ever saw that back in the day, Adam.
I didn't realise it was Buzz Lightyear. That's so funny, Kenny. I didn't know that. No, but when I think about his voice now, I can.
And it's they're having Chris Evans play Buzz Lightyear in a live, he's playing Buzz Lightyear, the actual guy that the figurine was made off of. It's a spinoff of Toy Story, but it's a really weird spinoff they're going to be doing.
I'll not be watching that, don't I?
I'll probably need to watch it.
I mean, it's Captain America, you know? I mean, America's ass.
Aye.
Captain America, there's a good film.
Oh, yeah. Civil War was great. Still, maybe my favorite Marvel movie out of all of them. Civil War was fantastic.
What's the name of the boy that played Spider-Man in that? He was
Tom Holland.
He was cool, man. He crushed that. It was so amazing.
Tom Holland is a great actor.
Who's your favorite actor, Brandon? If you could pick
who's my Who's my favorite actor? Oh my God, that's a hard one. I don't know if I have a favorite. I have like a top 5. I mean, there's Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
And then Robin Williams to me was one of my favorite actors. Good Will Hunting really showed his acting ability in that movie.
He was in with Matt Damon. Is it Matt Damon?
Yes.
Yes. That was a cool movie.
Mrs. Doubtfire, Scottish accent.
Hello, dear children.
What are we, little children? Look at you. Yeah, but I mean, he was the master of just many faces, you know. And sadly, he was able to put a fake one on himself for far too long, you know. And I actually got to meet him in person when I was younger.
Did not. I would start every conversation with anybody new. I met Robin Williams one time.
It was actually at an AA meeting.
Fuck!
I actually got to meet him, and his son he was at the Michigan Interlochen Arts Academy, and he was about to do a play, and so Robin Williams was there, and he needed to go to a meeting apparently, and I met him there, and I still remember the day and the moment where I was at when I heard that he passed away. I was literally working out at a gym. Go figure, my fat ass now. I was on a fucking elliptical machine, and I just looked at the thing and it said Robin Williams reportedly dead by suicide, and I just stopped what I was doing, and it was like, because I had a very in-depth conversation with the guy, and you know, about comedy and stuff, because that's really what I wanted to do then, was be a stand-up comedian and all that. And he goes, you know, it's not the prettiest road, and at times it's going to be one of the funnest roads, but especially if you're really good at it. I mean, but he's like, a lot of great comedians don't even ever become famous. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of it's about luck.
Yeah.
It's that right time, that right joke, that viral moment. And
you know what I'm saying? And then there's bad comedians that get really famous too, you know? I mean, he's like, look at Pauly Shore. And I was like,
started naming names, did he?
Yeah.
Well, I can do whatever the fuck he wants. He's Robin Williams.
I know.
Exactly.
I think he was a catty person. I think he was getting
he was great. He was.
But so, comedy, how did that come about?
Well, I want to hear the rest of these actors. So,
the rest? Christopher Walken is my third. Mr. Walken. I mean, 7 Psychopaths, man. It's a fantastic film if you guys haven't seen it. I mean, I actually just watched a movie where Walken's actually trying to pretend to be an Irish guy. And it's got Emily Blunt in it as well.
Right.
And it's got, what was his name from 50 Shades of Grey?
I was going to say Jamie something.
Yeah. And it was funny to watch Christopher Walken try to fake an Irish accent with the accent he has. Like, it's like, but I was like, he's still a great actor. Like, his accent's terrible, but like, you're enjoying watching him. Like, it's like a comedy romance movie, but it's actually really funny. Especially Christopher Walken in it. But Christopher Walken is definitely third, and then Robert De Niro would be fourth.
Nice.
Yes.
And Marlon Brando would be fifth.
Ooh.
So that's
Brando. Godfather.
Brando.
Good old Marlon Brando. I got nothing to refuse.
I'm pretty sure my favourite actor's from Texas, actually.
Who? Matthew McConaughey.
All right.
That's another one, man. Mark Maron does an amazing interview with him. Like, they talk about Texas for a good chunk of it and his crazy ass autobiography.
I've got it.
And it's crazy, bro, right? Like, I've not reading it.
I've not read it yet, but I've got it.
Oh my God. He's talking about watching his parents in the middle of like a fight and also start having sex in the kitchen and all sorts of crazy shit.
Jesus.
It's crazy. But yeah, Matthew McConaughey is pretty good. I mean, he's definitely in my top 10. But I mean, the top 5 are. I mean, Leonardo DiCaprio's made too many good movies since Titanic.
Inception.
He made a couple bad ones, like J. Edgar, but
that's a lot.
Not too many bad ones.
I don't see enough movies, man.
The Beach is by far his worst movie if you've ever seen it.
Never seen that though. So you're into movies then, by the sounds of it, because you've seen.
I love movies, man. I'm a moviephile. I love movies and music, and anything artistic, really, man. Movies, music, comedy, stand-up comedy. Coming to America, it was pretty fantastic.
Is it good?
Is that the second one? You
the new one, yeah. The new one's pretty good. It's kind of exactly like the old one, but I mean, with newer age problems, like basically, like. So I liked it. I mean, there's just as many memorable moments in that movie as there was the first one. Like the rest of it's kind of weaker compared to the first one, but to me, there's plenty of memorable moments in that movie that you can quote. Having the Coronas are cheap down here, man. In San Antonio, shit.
I love a bottle of virus.
Yeah, that's right.
So done, though.
We speaking about coming to America, my next door neighbour, he's got a son. He's about 6 or 7, and me and my girlfriend. It was during the summer, and we went out a walk, just walking out kind of estate or block, and he was like halfway down the street. And I was like, shouting on me, like, my name's Gavin. He's like, Gavin. And I turned around and he was like, hello, my neighbour. I was like, fuck, he's 6. Brilliant. It's tremendous, Pat.
I think it's good that if you can see the second one's holding up with a few memorable moments, it's hard to do the same movie twice, isn't it? Like,
Eddie Murphy, there's another one, though. He's like a comedy genius.
He's amazing.
I like Craig Ferguson. Craig Ferguson is, to me, funny as shit. Like he used to do the Late Late Show,
right?
Here in America, he was in the Drew Carey Show before that as the boss.
Drew Carey, I remember that.
His stand-up's actually quite funny as well.
So was he before James Corden? Is he the one?
Yes, he was the guy before James Corden. Yes, James Corden's pretty funny.
I was going to say, what the Americans think of James Corden?
Do they really like him though?
People love him, man. I mean,
I love him. I think he's
like a almost like a British happy Chris Farley, man. Like it's like everybody loves him. You know what I'm saying? Like
some people really, really don't like him here. Like
I know
for real. I can see that. I mean,
probably just jealousy.
He's too positive.
He's too positive.
There's always people that hate people that are too positive. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just. He said he's done with the Late Late Show though. After his contract's up, that he's homesick. He wants to go home.
He still does a show back here called A League of Their Own.
Oh, the sports show.
Still
have to check that out.
Tried to host this season, but the COVID thing didn't work out, so he couldn't come back. So he missed out on doing this season. But I think they've done 13 seasons of that. 14 seasons.
It's quite a lot.
So
There's also
jumped between both.
Brandon, I don't know if you've heard of it, but James Corden's how he kind of started, got big time, was a show called Gavin and Stacey.
Okay.
You should check that out. It's like a kind of couple that meet, and it's kind of based in Wales, so there's kind of Welsh accents and stuff. It might be a bit difficult, but that's really funny. That's pretty good. And
I actually even watched the British version of The Office, like Ricky Gervais.
Ricky Gervais is fucking god.
He's hilarious,
he's
man.
A global superstar. Like I feel like he's the most common guy.
I feel like he's not as famous in the United States as he should be, because the dude is just
famous here as he should be.
I know.
He's fucking hilarious, man. Like
so funny.
His Golden Globes.
What was
Oscars.
that show? The Invention of Lying. The Invention of Lying.
Cool movie.
That was quite good.
Brilliant film.
He had a podcast.
He
Was
did.
it a radio show or a podcast?
I'm sure he had a podcast.
I
They
think
had
maybe
was
a
it not him
radio
and
show.
Yeah.
Stephen Merchant or something
Him,
like that.
Stephen Merchant and Carol Pilkington.
Carol Pilkington, that's right.
He's funny as well, man.
Very funny.
Oh, yeah.
Very, very dry sense of humour.
John Mullaney. John Mullaney's a great guy. He's in recovery right now, though.
Right.
Great stand-up comedian. John Mullaney. He just started voluntarily writing for the Late Show for Seth Meyers. Like they're like, really? You want to write for us? They're like, yeah, man, it's something for me to do while I'm just sitting at home with COVID. I don't know if you've ever heard of John Mullaney. If you haven't, really,
I've
check him out, man.
I've just googled him there. That's him. He's just out of rehab following 60-day stint for treatment for cocaine and alcohol.
Yeah, dude is hilarious though. You wouldn't have, by the way, if you watch his stand-ups and stuff, you wouldn't have guessed that he had a drug and addiction problem. But dude is funny as shit. He's that kind of one-liner style, witty comedian. You know what I'm saying? Like kind of like Rodney Dangerfield, but with more of like a lounge cat kind of thing to him. But that's what.
Just quickly, like, do you like your Kevin Hart's, the kind of the mainstream people?
I used to like Kevin Hart.
Did you? But
Kevin Hart's kind of like herpes. Like we got him now, and he won't go away. To me, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like to me, it's the same shit all the time. Like with Kevin Hart, you know what I'm saying?
Him, but I probably don't see him as much as.
I went to see him. He came to Glasgow. I went to see him 2 years ago. I thought it was all right. It was good.
Yeah, he's funny. I liked Louis C.K. a lot, and then he had to whip his penis out in front of women. And apparently that's his fault that women chose to stay and not just leave. And you know what I'm saying? Like,
need to do, man.
he was being honest about it, at least. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, he's like, yeah, I fucked up. He's not like Chris D'Elia sitting here lying about it and shit because he might end up in prison. But it's
Billy Connolly. He's well loved in America.
Jimmy Carr. Jimmy Carr is another stand-up comedian I like a lot.
Jimmy Carr.
Jimmy Carr is
his laugh is the strangest thing I've ever heard. He laughs inwards.
yeah. Him and Daniel Tosh both are like Daniel Tosh.
Jimmy Carr does a show in the UK called 8 out of 10 Cats. Does Countdown. So they do the show Countdown, but it's with 4 other comedians. And it's amazing.
That's funny.
The great
Jimmy Carr is really funny. I like how he even cracks jokes about his own problems about, he should have hired it. Yeah, tax evasion stuff and all that.
But he needs to, though. You need to do that, man. It's the only way to keep yourself.
Especially if you're a comedian, do you know what I mean? You need to take the piss out of it. And
Richard Pryor, man, used to joke about all the sorts of shit. Like, that dude was a legend, man. That guy to me is the greatest. Well, Dave Chappelle to me is the greatest stand-up comedian there's ever going to be. But he would not have been here without Richard Pryor. Richard Pryor to me is number
Dave
2.
You think? Do you watch the Letterman with Dave Chappelle?
Oh yeah,
Netflix. Oh, it's amazing.
Oh yeah. So David Letterman is another guy who's actually he's very talented. He's very funny. Like outside of doing the Late Show.
What is it? Did he have alcohol problems or something like that?
Yeah. He had alcohol problems and heart problems. He had to drink decaf coffee for most of his life. All sorts of crazy shit.
He's so cool. He's such an
beard and
everything. His beard's tremendous. His beard game's strong.
That's what I'm aiming for, mate.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, I can't grow a beard. Like, this is all I can grow a mustache. I want one of those glorious Viking style fucking beards from How to Tame a Dragon. And it's like, I want one of those kind of beards, you know what I'm saying? And it can't happen. It's not going to happen with me. It's
Amazon Prime.
I feel like all my hair went to my chest and back. You know what I'm saying? They're like, screw his face. I don't even have eyebrows. Like, it's ridiculous.
So just before we went, we started recording. You were saying about your kind of ancestry or whatever had some sort of links to Scotland or Ireland. And I was saying how like every person that you hear in America, that they always relate it to, I've got someone in Scotland or somewhere in Ireland, like my family's like fucking 10th, 15th generation or something Scottish.
Yeah.
But and you were saying how I quite like the way you explained it, how a bunch of immigrants start hating immigrants because they've just done the same thing.
Exactly.
It's fucking
I got red hair, man. I got to figure it didn't come from here. That's all I know.
Aye, that's very true.
That hair came off a boat somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
It was not homegrown.
Before Trump tried building a wall. Long before Trump tried throwing up walls around here.
How's
we need to talk about Trump.
How's Joe? Is he getting his house yet, or is he still homeless?
I don't know what the fuck's going on with that guy. I don't know, because like his Twitter account and all that's blocked, so I don't know what the fuck's going on with the guy. You know what I'm saying? Like he's somewhere in Malaga. I heard he's trying to sell one of his mansions for like $83 million or something that he bought for like $10 million. But I don't know. He should be in prison.
He's such a dick.
Idiot.
We had a 3-day stint there in Scotland. This is just my thoughts, where we had a little bit of kind of Americanized politics with our
First Minister
Sturgeon. Aye, what is she, your First Minister? Where she was at a court case, and then the people were saying she lied. She's told lies, that she forgot a situation. And then within 3 days, it was all kind of squashed. There was what happened to it? Like,
it was basically the left trying to tackle the right, and fuck it was just mental. It was just.
Which was pure cool, because we never have that ever.
Aye.
We always just watch American politics. And they are fucking at it, man. They are just.
Dude, did you see what happened with the Asian politics though, where they got a fight over the pig guts and all that, and they were chucking it all over the.
Nah.
No. What is it? I want to say it was in Chinese parliament or something. They're literally chucking meat parts at each other and getting in fist fights and shit. I was like, yeah, that's America for you pretty much every day. Like that's.
Oh, you would feel pretty good about that, man. But you're doing well. You're doing good. You've not resorted to a food fight to see who becomes the next president. So,
did you kind of experience any of the? I know that I think it was primarily one location, but was there rioting like across America and?
It was in the Capitol, man. They stormed the Capitol. First time it's happened. Like God knows whatever, but bunch of white folks got together and stormed the Capitol and got to walk away. Actually,
strange,
and then get arrested later. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's for anybody who doesn't believe white privilege is a thing, just watch the videos of white folks storming the Capitol with guns, knives, swords, not getting shot, going home, and then later getting arrested when they get their affairs in order. I'm just saying they're a different color that probably wouldn't have ended the same way.
Definitely
but
100%.
Definitely.
Fuck.
But only in America do white folks think that they don't have any privileges. But that's
fucking backwards.
It's fucking crazy here, man. It's like Trump was making this into like fucking the Civil War days back with the North versus the South, except it was the red versus the blue.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's.
He's so good at manipulating people, though. Like, if he can get that many people to do that, then
you don't become a bankrupt billionaire again without having some kind of magic tricks up your sleeve. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's.
I think it's his hair. I think he's got magic hair.
What fucking hair?
I swear to God, he's got that Gorilla Glue. He uses that Gorilla Glue spray to keep that shit on. Like, I swear, that lady figured out his secret. She couldn't get her damn hair off. You guys see that on TikTok?
No.
And all that. The black lady that she ran out of hairspray, so she thought she had this gorilla hair stuff. Instead, she grabbed Gorilla Glue spray and adhesive spray, sprayed it on her head, and could not figure out how to get it off. It literally took weeks for doctors to help figure it out. They tried everything, dude. They were soaking her hair in fucking everything they could that wouldn't kill her, pretty much.
Their marketing's all about, we do really good glue.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. She should be their new spokesperson. Like, my hair, literally turned into a rugby helmet. Like, it wouldn't it was stuck, would not come off.
Do you know what I found most, like, from afar, most entertaining was when Trump lost the election. He just instantly said, "No, I didn't." Like, what are you talking about? It's lies. And you're like, it's fucking in black and white, you idiot.
He was claiming he won it with just the first poll results were coming in just from one state. And these were just the write-in ballots, because most Democrats with the COVID stuff were all told to stay home and write in your ballots, not go out and vote. So he wasn't like, he was like, no, those votes don't count. Like, what the fuck? Like,
what can you, we've tried to speak about the American voting system because I can't get my head around it. So in the UK, you basically go to your poll, you tick a box, that's it. But how does it work in America? Because I can't understand it.
It's you go there to a thing and you fill out a form and you go into a booth and there's an electronic thing and it has you vote on your local stuff that's going on at the time and then the presidential stuff all at once. You know what I'm saying? It has you vote on your senators and all that. And then once you click all those boxes and click whoever is there, then it has you choose your president, or you could write in somebody. You could basically type in somebody's name. And sadly, one year, actually, I voted for Bill Cosby. One year I wrote in Bill Cosby's name back when George Bush was running again, and Bill Cosby announced he was running for presidency like a week before it happened. And so I literally was like
time,
one of...
At the time, that was okay.
Aye.
It was.
No so
and then
now.
that was terrible to me, because to me he was one of my stand-up comedian idols.
He was
like
the Cosby Show was amazing. That was really big here as well, but
it was
such a...
It was terrible, man. I mean, it's like America will do whatever it can to destroy any hero they have. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I said The Rock shouldn't run for president, because next thing you know, they're going to say, they're just going to claim he slept with a 12-year-old woman at some point or something. And like,
somebody will always make something up as well.
Kanye West, and they're talking about Will Smith, apparently. Maybe looking at... they were talking about that the other day, mate.
Fresh Prince of Washington,
Yeah, Will Smith, the Fresh Prince of Politics is what we're talking about this actually on the Unintelligent Graduates. We're talking about it. I was like, as long as Carlton is his vice president and is in the background just doing the dance. I'm down for it.
And Tom Jones is like has to marry Will Smith to be like the first lady. And just
DJ Jazzy Jeff is the Secretary of Defense. I'm down for it, man. Why didn't they vote for me, Uncle Phil? Why didn't they vote for me?
If Donald Trump can be president, then I can be president. Fuck.
That's the one positive about America.
You can, mate. Legally, you cannot.
Nah, can't.
Or Arnold Schwarzenegger would have done it by now, I guarantee it.
Why can you be a senator, but you can't be...
He was the governor of California for a while. And then... but because he's not American born, he can't run for president according to the laws. So he's like, I can't run for governor, but I cannot run for the presidency. Why?
Get to the chopper.
Now.
Get me out here.
I don't know if you guys have ever heard of. There was, I believe it was the guy from Bullet for My Valentine. Did a mockumentary album called Austrian Death Machine, where it was a death metal album with Arnold Schwarzenegger as a singer. Like, he faked Arnold Schwarzenegger as a singer, and they're all based on Arnold Schwarzenegger movies and stuff. It is crazy. If you guys haven't heard it, you should listen to it. Everybody like my music because we're ready to it's like this is crazy. This is crazy.
One thing that probably the more confusing thing to me about American politics is the way the electoral thing, how it works.
Population
because
of states, I think.
Aye, like, so rather than just having, say there's 5 million people and 3 million vote fucking Democrats and the other 2 vote, so that would be the winner. But in America, it's like each state,
based on its size and population, has a number of electoral votes.
Right.
So,
It's
say
like when you're
Texas, which is a much bigger state, has more people. It has a lot more electoral votes than, Maine, who I don't even know how is a U.S. state. Nobody ever talks about Maine, ever.
No.
Like, no one ever talks about Maine. And the only reason anybody talks about Vermont is because Bernie Sanders now. like nobody ever talks about like those little states.
Do you know the
And
capital of Maine?
No, I don't.
Oh.
I don't. Like, that's what I'm saying. I always say Des Moines, Des Moines, even though that's in Iowa. But it's I say that for any state capital. I don't know.
There's a very, very good golf course with this name.
Oh, in Maine?
Well, I don't know if the golf course is in Maine, but the
capital of Maine is called a golf course, basically.
TPC Sawgrass or Eldenbrook?
Augusta.
Augusta.
The Masters.
That's another thing I love about Scotland. You guys love golf there, right?
I enjoy golf, but I enjoy the drinking alcohol during golf.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you have to. I mean, it goes. It goes hand in hand. Tiger Woods even does it while he's driving, but it's.
Oh, it's a shame. That.
He does.
Definitely wasn't drunk.
I always thought his mid-range game was his worst aspect, but apparently it's his driving. Like, whoever knew that about Tiger Woods, you know what I'm saying?
His main game is his mid-drift.
That dude has not been the same since he got busted being in a bunch of prostitutes at the same time. Like, it's just he doesn't care about golf anymore. He doesn't care about his image.
I think he didn't care about golf well before that, man.
He's fucking man. He's loaded.
He was the greatest golfer to me of all time. When he was in his prime, even he would have handed Jack Nicholson his ass. But Ben Hogan
loves playing against them. Like, remember they done the thing in Vegas and that, and
the wager thing.
And they do, like, you see the clips of the two of them on YouTube, and they're like talking about much for this hole. They're talking about gambling on the holes, and somebody's talking about the introduction of Tiger Woods in the first. The guy's there forever, like, winner of this many tournaments, and then it's like Phil Mickelson. And he's like, yeah, that's every round of golf for me, like.
But Tiger back in the day was crazy good. I mean, he was winning every single tournament for a while. It seemed like it was just stupid.
The crowds that followed him on a golf course were.
But yeah, I mean, he was electrifying back in the day.
He's got a full wardrobe full of green jackets, hasn't he?
Oh yeah, he's got more green jackets than I have jackets. Jesus, it's crazy. I always wanted to golf with a kilt on, though. Ever since Tiger Woods, you were able to do it on Tiger Woods Golf. I saw that back. Back in the day. Yeah, on the game, you could. I like a kilt is the one thing I always wanted to get and walk. I have a buddy that lives in Houston that walks around regularly with a kilt because his great ancestors. His name's Kenny Daniels, and his great ancestors are from Scotland. So he walks around with a freaking kilt on all the time, and I'm like, dude, like, how do you not accidentally expose yourself or something? Like,
it's very comfortable though.
Very weighty.
If you pass wind, ain't nobody gonna know. Like, maybe the back of it just floats up a little bit. Kind of like a horse's tail when it goes and farts and takes a shit.
The kilt
left a couple road apples down there for you.
The kilt's only for weddings now, isn't it?
Is it?
I think there's a stereotype about Scotland. I think that everybody thinks we walk about in kilts and eat haggis and fucking drink iron brew and
groundskeeper Willie. For everybody.
But it's a ceremonial thing, man. It's kind of like the bagpipes. Like, to me, that's one of the greatest fucking instruments ever. I get goosebumps anytime I hear bagpipes in song. Like, Dropkick Murphys use them a lot.
Right.
So I love the bagpipes. I just have no clue.
There was a song that was quite popular with the bagpipes. I'll find the song.
Shipping Out to Boston was from the Dropkick Murphys, man. It's pretty good. It starts with the dun 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 dun. Is that in Pirates of the Caribbean?
Is that in Pirates of the Caribbean? Is that in Pirates of the Caribbean? Is that in Pirates of the Caribbean? Is that in Pirates of the Caribbean? Is that in Pirates of the Caribbean? Is that in Pirates of the Caribbean? Is that in Pirates of the Caribbean? Is that in Pirates of the Caribbean? Is that in Pirates of the Caribbean? Is that in Pirates of the Caribbean? Is that in Pirates of the Caribbean? Is that in Pirates of the Caribbean? Is that in Pirates of the Caribbean? Is that in Pirates of the Caribbean? Is that in Pirates of the Caribbean? Is that in Pirates of the Caribbean? Is that in Pirates of the Caribbean? Is that in Pirates of the Caribbean? Is that in Pirates of the Caribbean? Is that in Pirates of the Caribbean? Is that in Pirates of the Caribbean? Is that in Pirates of the Caribbean? Is that in Pirates
No, it was on Shipping Out the It was in The Departed. It was for the Departed soundtrack that they made it for.
That's
My favorite movie of all time, right there, by the way, though.
Is that DiCaprio?
DiCaprio, Matt Damon, Jack Nicholson, Martin Sheen, Mark Wahlberg. Who else isn't in that movie? Martin Scorsese directed it, of course. I mean, Martin Scorsese is my favorite director of all time. So but man, that movie is deep.
I've never seen it. It's on my
real?
watch list. It's on Prime, I think. Just now.
The Departed is fantastic. I'm telling you, man. There's so many twists and turns in that movie. You're like, what the fuck?
Speaking of twists and turns, Inception with DiCaprio.
Good movie.
That was in Tom Hardy, and that was fucked up.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt, another very underrated actor in that movie as well.
Aye, but that's I was very, very confused.
You were confused with that movie. Watch Tenet. Holy shit.
Tenet.
I had to watch Tenet 4 or 5 times to really figure out what was going on.
That's fairly recent, Tenet?
That's new.
Yeah, it just came out on DVD to rent it at Redbox and everything. I got for I think you can rent it for like $5 on Prime now.
Right.
So Tenet is crazy, man. Tenet basically has a story going forwards and also has a story going backwards at the same time. Fuck. Like it's like they start intertwining and you're like trying to figure out what the fuck is going on in this movie. Like you're like,
I like to watch a movie without thinking.
Like Step Brothers or something like that.
Like, should have built the bunk bed.
So much room for activities.
Touch my fucking drum set.
I'm gonna rub my nuts all over the drum set.
Will Ferrell is just
the king.
He used to be, man. So he hasn't done anything in a while, really.
In a serious movie quite recently, but
I will never watch it because I couldn't take him seriously.
He did a comedy movie. It's all in Spanish called Casa del Padre, and you have to watch it. It is fucking hilarious. Hearing Will Smith speak Spanish the whole movie is just man. Will Ferrell, sorry. Well, if you watch Will Ferrell speak Spanish the whole movie, it is just so, and he's in a cowboy outfit and stuff like that. It's really funny.
Him and Kevin Hart's movie was okay.
Get Hard.
Yeah, Get Hard. I like the part about his wife with the other guys. The other guys, him and Mark Wahlberg. She's a solid 6. She's
the other guy is amazing. Like every woman's just frantically attracted to him
because he's such a dork, man. Like, I was watching Night at the Roxbury's actually earlier, just laughing my ass off. Like, my wife's like, "Why are you watching it?" It's funny.
Right, what movie would you rather watch? Old School or Anchorman?
Oh my God, they're 2 different movies. I'd have to go with Anchorman because it has more of Will Ferrell in it.
I would say Anchorman as well.
I love Old School.
I would go with Talladega Nights over any Will Ferrell movie. That's American.
Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly. Holmes and Watson, that was a bit, but still funny.
I've not watched that at all.
Holmes and Watson was the kind of like Monty Python style humor. Like a lot of people in America didn't get, but I've loved Monty Python growing up. I love that kind of weird fucking humor.
Life of Brian.
Oh yeah.
Why is just if it Holmes and Watson's? That's about Sherlock Holmes. Right. So did Robert Downey Jr. not play?
This is like a spoof.
He's finally got the 3rd one coming out now that Iron Man's done. Hopefully everybody's.
Why are these Americans playing? Was
British
Holmes not a British guy?
Benedict Cumberbatch is still the best Sherlock Holmes by a mile. Like he's an amazing actor.
Never heard of him until he done Doctor Strange.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, this guy's pretty
good. Never heard of him? You never saw Sherlock before that, man. That's so good.
Just that
the guy plays Moriarty actually in that show was really good.
His surname was fake. I thought people were pretending.
What is it? Pumpernickel Cumbersnatch? What is it? Benadryl Cucumberbach. What the fuck is this guy's name?
You're like, why the fuck is this German got a British accent?
Did funny game up front for Germany in 2016 World Cup.
What is Smog doing in a fucking Marvel movie? Damn it!
Who's your favourite superhero? Is it Batman?
Who's my favorite superhero, man? Oh shit, that's a hard one.
Is that cans of rain in the back?
It's cans of rain, bang. I drink energy drinks like it's going out of style.
Rain. Was it not made by a bodybuilder? A British bodybuilder?
Yeah, he just some guy just died. I think we was sponsored by them, but that dude was taking steroids and all sorts of crap. But I think my favorite superhero, honestly, is not even a superhero. It's Batman. I mean, that's why I got the Batman stuff here. It's just Batman. Spider-Man is probably Spider-Man is so relatable to everybody. I feel like it's, you know what I'm saying.
Cool.
It's really cool. What about again? It's not a superhero movie this time, but Joker with Joaquin Phoenix.
Fantastic.
It's one of my favorite films. Like he was
fantastic. That was really. It was kind of like they took a Martin Scorsese film and basically put a DC kind of label on it. An old Martin Scorsese film.
Sorry, I'm going to go back to that, but Monster make that rain stuff. I thought it was some guy.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought it was a bodybuilder who created
the brand.
The drink.
No, it was Monsters. It was Monsters kind of competition for Bang.
There's a flavour that I love.
Watermelon.
The watermelon.
That's good.
The orange dreamsicle's real good.
Oh, we've only got 3 flavours here, and
that's
America's always get like fucking everything. Aye,
I know. My friends I play COD with from the UK, they tell me how like they don't even have fucking peanut butter M&Ms over where they're at.
Nah,
we don't have. I'm like, what?
Bang energy drinks in Australia. There's one of my gamer dudes there that's sponsored by it. I'm like, what is this?
It's great, dude. I'm telling you, Bang is the best energy drink. I think
Americans take like a coffee and then add like fucking heroin to it or something like that.
That's true.
Piss with it. Like,
some people do.
The pre-workouts and that we're going about, and like we just get the tiniest we experience with the pre-workouts. And you just get like the pure Colombian cocaine of pre-workouts.
It's true. There's an actual energy drink called cocaine. Like there's an actual energy drink called cocaine, and it actually gives you the sensation like you just did a rail of coke. It actually makes the back of your throat numb after you drink it. There's a blue can and a red can. It's actually called cocaine. It was made by the same guys that used to make Jolt Cola back in the day, but that was
Jesus Christ.
I feel like I like everything kind of. America's probably like the pioneer, apart from maybe Holland or Amsterdam, but with the whole like marijuana sort of legalization coming to, is it in most states now?
Not all of them, but about 50.
I mean, New Jersey's the last state to make weed legal. So I don't think it'll ever happen here in Texas. Ever.
No. I thought it was legal in Texas.
Nope. It was legal in Michigan right before I left, to go figure.
Right.
Growing it for medicinal purposes and all that. Tennessee, it's still not legal. Gambling's legal now in Michigan and Tennessee. You can do gambling there. Like,
was that illegal?
Gambling.
It's only legal on Native American land where there's casinos and stuff. But now they're making it statewide legal in those places.
That's why Vegas is such a big deal.
It sucks because I mean, when I was like 17, I started being like a semi-professional poker player.
Right.
Actually, I lived about 40 minutes from a casino. I used to go out there every day, and I would grind out about $1,000 to $2,000 a week, playing about maybe about 8 to 10 hours a day. And I know other guys that make all sorts of money, but I wasn't one of those kind of guys where if you win big or lose big, let's just win, $100, $200 and go home. You know what I'm saying?
Be smart.
Yeah, I mean, it's
to see the Joker movie. Was it what you expected it to be?
It was more than what I expected it to be. I knew
anything like that. I didn't expect
Really,
that.
for real.
I just
I-
thought
well-
it was amazing. It was amazing, but I just thought like
It portrays mental illness very well.
very
It
good.
was very deep, wasn't it?
Yeah, it really lets people know, you know, like a lot of people, even if they are mentally not well, you know, they're still good people till they get pushed far enough to where they're no longer good people. You know what I'm saying? And that part where he shoots Robert De Niro on the head on camera was
That's what I was
fucking.
gonna get to. I was gonna say that there, like,
Oh,
did not see, like, I don't know.
I didn't see that
so
coming.
much.
No, neither did I. I thought he was going to shoot. I thought he was going to shoot himself.
Yeah,
I remember thinking he's going to kill himself here or something.
yeah.
The bit that really, I was like, whoa. When he comes out the elevator and he's soaking wet, he walks over to the woman's room because in her house, and then she's like, can you get out of the house, please? And this whole time he's been dreaming that she's been next to him and she's his girlfriend and stuff.
Yeah.
And like, fuck. That was
But there was a deleted scene of that where you actually find out she did live, that he didn't murder her or anything like that.
Right,
So
okay. Because that's one thing that we didn't know, wasn't it?
it doesn't sit with you well in that movie. You're like, why would he hurt her? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I just think that especially in this day and age, that movie is very, very, very relevant.
Why?
Because then no long after that, the whole like thing with the police and the Black Lives Matter stuff,
George Floyd stuff.
George
Right.
Floyd and that.
COVID
that was-
lockdowns have been making people do crazy stuff, man. I'm reading stories every day now of people killing their kids and committing suicide or all sorts of stuff, man. It's nuts. Like I couldn't fathom wanting to hurt my child. You know what I'm saying?
Some things are like people have been living in prisons that have been genuinely locked down, like to a degree that they're not leaving. They're a prisoner in their own home, essentially. So
yeah,
especially if you've already got some sort of mental health problem, then it's going to just propel it tenfold.
It's a serious wee
tangent there, so no.
chat on it. Right, let's talk about you. We're going to talk about movies and actors and stuff. So,
podcast, right?
You do a podcast?
Yeah, man. I'm 1/3 of the Unintelligent Graduates. I'm not sure if you guys can see that stuff over on the UK. I mean, it's on Spotify and whatnot, but I know, at least in, I know the EU has some weird rules about streaming stuff from across the pond. Basically, I don't know how that necessarily works, but
what's it called?
But it's called The Unintelligent Graduates. It's on Apple Pod. Yeah, like kind of dumb, basically. The long word of saying dumb. The dumb graduates.
Nah, that's a far better way of putting that across. So when did you start?
Yeah, my buddies actually started it a long time, like about 2 years ago. Yeah, they're right there. Yeah, on Spotify. You'll find them on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Anchor FM.
All the pipes.
All of the pipes. But
do you do seasons of it?
Not yet.
Because there's 25 episodes there, and I thought, it must be new. And then you see
yeah, we do one every Saturday. And actually, this last Saturday, I'm not going to name the guest. We're supposed to have a guest, but he apparently must have forgot that he was supposed to be on our show. And then he literally messaged us after we're done. He goes, "Oh, I'm just driving. What are you guys doing?" And we were like, all right. Yeah, he was some stand-up comedian actually from LA, but I guess anyway,
people who
we've started name dropping them because we've had 2 or 3 guests recently who have just nothing, like texting 5 minutes before when we send them the passwords and stuff, and I can't make it, can we reschedule? And you're like, fucking hell,
it's frustrating, man.
So annoying.
Not that interesting. We need
yeah, but that's the thing is we normally do our podcast at 8 a.m. Like we literally did it at 4 p.m. for this guy. So on Saturdays, so I kind of had to change around my whole day for all that stuff. The guy didn't even show up. The episode still turned out pretty good, though. I mean, it'll be out Monday, tomorrow. All our new episodes air Monday, and then on YouTube on Wednesdays. But
we need to get in a routine, man. We need to get in a routine.
I know.
Yeah, we're trying. I mean, that's what Anchor FM does it for you, man. It sends it to every kind of
Yeah, no,
podcasting
we
thing.
use Anchor as well, and it's in
Aye,
all the
that's what we use.
platforms.
Yeah.
It's good. It's
And,
just trying to get into the routine of posting. That's
Yeah.
all. Being military about it.
I mean, you got to do what you got to do. I mean, it's
how you finding it? You find it good? Do you enjoy it? You love it? And
I was originally all right. So they had 3 people that I worked with, and then the third guy had a falling out with the other 2, and so they rebranded the show, and it was just 2 of them, and I was basically like their second guest, from the rebranded show, and it went so well, and so many people liked it that they asked me to be basically the permanent third host, like guest third host. And I was absolutely down for it. I mean, I know both of those guys for a long time. So, and it's gone good. It's just, it is a grind. I mean, it's a grind. I mean, to everybody out there is podcasting, I'm telling you.
The full planet.
It's one listener at a time.
Aye.
Until
Literally.
it's no longer, the one day it's all of a sudden 10 listeners, and then maybe another 15 listeners. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's a grind, and anybody that's out there listening is just starting a podcast. Just keep going. I mean, I'm on one where we have a decent amount of audience, and then I have my own side project called Subjectify, and that only has like 10 listeners, even though we have over 1,000, at least 1,000 listeners on our other show. You know what I'm saying?
Wow,
So
that's amazing.
You know, it's just
takes time.
It does take time. It takes time and dedication, and just doing the best show you can do, man. Anytime you're doing it, and even with the guy canceling out the other day, we still made it a pretty decent show. And there's some times where you don't even have a good show, but or the show kind of was lackluster. But what you do is to promote it, man. You find the best part of that episode, and you put a little clip of it together, throw it out there. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Don't give away all the secrets.
Easy stuff.
What will we do? Will we do Glasgow slang words?
We've got a challenge for you, Brandon.
Oh,
so
I like it.
We've written down some of the local lingo in Glasgow, specifically Scotland. It's more Glasgow. So we'll give you the phrase or the word. See if you can figure out what it means. And if you need it in a sentence, we'll give you it in a sentence.
It'd be like a spelling bee sort of. I guess what it is. This will be interesting.
Right. Go, Gav.
Right. First
Hopefully,
one.
I don't make too much of an arse of myself.
You will make a giant arse of yourself.
Right. First one for you. Ball bag.
Ball bag. Sentence.
I am going to kick him in the ball bag.
Guessing it's for golf.
Right. Wrong.
Definitely not.
So it's basically
testicles in.
A ball bag.
Where your balls are.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Where your nuts are.
Yes.
Your nuts are.
Okay. Well, yeah, I guess I could have guessed that too, but I was trying. It's weird. It was a 50-50.
Glaswegians tend to have this thing where or Scottish people, we put a W at the end of words, like no means no, ba means ball. So, ball bag is your nutsack.
Oh, okay. She kicked me right in the ball bag. Yeah.
There you go.
Take all these away and
in
your life.
Right, Kenny, next.
Why? Minted. So, I don't know you, but from speaking to you, I think no. Lionel Messi is minted. That's a better one because we spoke about him. Tom Brady is minted.
Oh, so you mean like mint, like crisp, like best gold,
like rich.
Okay, yes, okay, yeah, that makes sense too because mint.
There's a guy from Scotland who has a YouTube channel that's got like millions of subscribers, and he just takes Americans in a car and he just does this. This is what he does. He makes videos doing.
Holy shit!
I know.
That's awesome. I'd be lost. I'd be like, holy shit! Like,
he takes different people and sits and speaks these words to them.
It's like I was laughing, and I saw that one Scottish streamer that blew up Verdansk the other day.
With the boy with the glasses.
He put all the cars in one spot, and they all dropped cluster strikes.
Mali 13.
And it literally crashed the game.
Yeah. I think he done it with money as well. He was trying to collect all the money.
He's done that.
It was. So he was saying shit that I was like, what the fuck is he saying? I don't know what the fuck.
He's quite well spoken.
He is, I know.
Considering.
Yeah.
So I thought you would have got that there when I said Tom Brady and Messi.
But if you don't know, then
I know it's weird though. How weird is it? What? Right, Gav, we'll do two more. We'll do you do one, I'll do one, and then you tell us maybe one that a slang in your area or the one that you might have.
Right. So I'll give you the word. I'm trying to think of a sentence here, not to give it. Right. Ginger.
All right. What's the sentence?
Can you pass me that ginger?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a spice. I mean, that's right.
That's true, but
it's not.
It's not what it is in Glasgow.
So when we say ginger, it's like juice, soda.
Oh, root beer. Yeah.
I like ginger.
Oh, okay.
Not ginger. Like ginger. Root beer has ginger in it, but like
any juice.
A can of Coke, a can of Rain.
Oh, okay.
It's all ginger.
So, yeah. Interesting. I like that. I might have to steal that one.
You don't like it. You don't steal it.
I've always liked Scottish accents, man. I always try to talk in every accent that there is, like, in the world, like, without trying to sound racist. But I mean, I'm the kind of guy that does impressions and stuff. So it's like you hear Gerard Butler, damn it, hiccup. Oh,
by the way, his new film is good though.
What?
Oh yeah, Greenland's crazy.
Greenland, that was good.
Because right after we watched that, Texas had this giant freeze storm, and everybody was acting like that in the movie, like the world was ending, because people were running out of heat. People were apartment complexes were lighting on fire because they had no electricity or heat. All sorts of shit was going on, man. Like I was like, oh, this is great. Greenland all over. Like I need Spartan leaders here.
What was he done? Two good movies. That's all I can think of. Two good movies. Is it
White House State? Oh no, Kenny.
Enemy of the State.
Is that the name of that movie? Is that what I'm thinking?
No, you don't think the one where his daughter, his son, and his wife gets murdered.
Was it always?
And he goes to prison. What's the name?
Yeah, Enemy of the State. That's
what it's called. Is that Enemy of the State?
Yeah, he stabs the one dude in the throat with a T-bone steak. Every time I eat a T-bone now, I think about it. I'm like, that's so fucking badass. Then 300, of course. 300 was.
I never watched 300. I was just thinking of the comedy movie done with what's her face?
Jennifer
Aniston. With Jennifer Aniston, yeah. The Getaway Plan or something like that.
The Ugly Truth. Have you not seen that Ugly Truth?
Oh, that wasn't Jennifer Aniston.
Law-abiding citizen.
Law-abiding citizen.
Law-abiding citizen. That's the one with Jamie Foxx and him. Yeah.
Jamie Foxx, that guy, man.
Olympus Has Fallen. He was great in Soul. I don't know if you guys saw that.
That's a really good
film, man.
Film
movie, but it seems
cool. Good. It was really good. I don't know how the fuck they're bringing him back for the next Spider-Man movie with him being one of the most whack Spider-Man villains I've ever seen.
He's done it well though. See the thing in Times Square when he gets put into the big Jumbotron thing? Wow. What a scene, man.
Andrew Garfield got the raw deal on that whole. Like, I thought he was a great Spider-Man. It's just that script for that second one was terrible. It was so bad. And the kid they picked to play the Green Goblin, it was also in Valorant or whatever the fuck. But whatever movie that was, that kid can't act at all. Like, he's terrible. Like,
I feel Andrew Garfield, he's coming back because they're doing the multiverse sort of thing in real time.
That's what they say. I mean, who knows what the fuck Marvel's got in store for it. I mean, WandaVision. Have you guys saw WandaVision?
Nah.
Holy shit.
Is it good?
It is crazy good. Like, it is. it just blows your mind. Like the whole concept of the show was like,
Wanda, is it? It's just about
it's about
two, though.
It's WandaVision, and it's based in different time periods. Like I don't want to spoil anything about it, but
spoil it. It's fine, don't worry.
No, fuck all that.
But, you're getting a bit Scottish now, you? No. Right, here's your last one.
Damn it, Waddy. It's like
right, Square Go.
Square Go.
Square Go.
Okay, I need this definitely in a fucking sentence.
Conor McGregor and...
Oh, no.
No?
I'll get away.
Oh, okay, yeah, they're squaring off. They're having a fight. Like, they're going to have a Square Go. Well, yeah. That was actually close to American slang, fighting, squaring off, you know what I'm saying? Right there.
So instead, like, the way Square Go would work in Glasgow is instead of saying, do you want to fight?
Let's fight.
You would just say Square Go.
And you both are like, yeah, what the fuck else we got to do, man? Like, we're all in lockdown. Fuck it.
I think this would be steaming. Would you know that?
No, because people in England don't even know that.
Did they know?
No.
Steaming. Right, that's my last one. That's steaming.
Steaming. Sounds like what got my wife pregnant.
It might have. It
could have been that.
All right, let me get that in a sense.
It's hard not to put it in a sentence without giving it away, but we'll say
Kenny has been steaming a few times on the podcast.
Most of the time.
Oh, mad.
Nah. It's you get your wife pregnant for being mad.
Angry sex, you know what I'm saying? Okay, drunk.
Steaming drunk.
Yeah, I'm steaming drunk. Oh yeah, I've heard people say it in America too. Yeah, that's.
Oh, there you go.
That was good. I thought you might have guessed a couple of them.
The reason I said that, Kenny, was I remember being on holiday and and there was these girls and they were from Liverpool in England. Mm-hmm. And somebody had said, "Oh, he's steaming," and they were like, "What?" And they thought it because in Liverpool it means horny.
Does it?
So they were like, "He's horny? What the fuck?" They were like, "What? No, he's drunk."
Good looking boy.
He's steaming for you. Oh yeah.
They would have. The girls would be.
He's got the ball bags tied up.
Man. To be fair, we done a live stream of COD. I don't know why I've went for you being horny to talk about COD, but it is what it is. So we've got Emerge Gaming on YouTube, but Gav fucking just does all the editing. He does it. Gav does everything. I think I've been on it twice. It's been 2 live streams when we've been drunk. So Friday there, was it Friday?
Friday,
yeah, Friday there. Well, streaming, no steaming.
Dude, I can't play no Warzone drunk, man. You're gonna be shooting around everybody. You know,
exactly. It was about 8 games. I get 0 kills. 8, and like 3 of them were Resurgence games. Absolutely dreadful, man.
I might have been playing against you guys because me and these other guys were just melting dudes on the Resurgence stuff the other day. Like it was
definitely just easy.
And some of them had Scottish accents. Like I could hear them on their kill because they were from the UK. Like
fucking ball back.
Yeah. It's bollocks, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, cunt. Like it's like yeah.
Do you have your American flag as your emblem or your card?
Oh God, no, I don't. My player name is Show Me Your Noobs.
Oh,
like it.
So it's. But that was the account that got hacked, so I had to rename my. It was Cup of Lard before I had to rename it.
That's a name, though. That's a great name.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've had that gamer name for forever. So it's. But shit, man, I'm still in the back of my mind. I'm still trying to think of an American word that other people wouldn't know.
Oh, of course.
Shit, I don't even.
America's so popular now, though, isn't it?
I know it's in like all the movies and.
They cover all the bases. Everywhere in America is covered when it comes to
Lingo.
slang, lingo.
The boom slang. Let's see. I'm trying to think of a. I know, like everybody, like American lingo catches on, and everybody else probably starts using it. So, trying to think.
What were you going to say, Kenny, about the other day? What happened? You said, do you want to say what happened the other day on the stream?
Lying on that. See celebrating a league title in Gav. It's Prosecco. I had to beg my missus to. I was like, can I have a bottle of Prosecco to pop
Wine Gavin?
Because I was going to bring it up, but you done it for me, so it was a great idea. Well done.
So wait, you're drinking wine and beer at the same time? That's gonna give give you a headache.
I just had one beer, and then I'll finish this.
The Prosecco.
Prosecco.
Oh yeah.
Good for you.
Oh.
Grapes, 1 of your 5 a day. That.
Yeah. Give me some of your worst grapes you have. This guy's right from the ball sack.
From a ball bag.
Yeah.
So you've not got there's no American slang words that
you probably wouldn't know
that are unpopular.
Trying to think, man. Oh man, that's hard. So ditto, maybe.
It's a
have you ever?
Ditto, like same.
Same. Nah.
Oh, see, you guys know that one. I'm trying to think.
These are too
rad.
popular.
You ever heard of rad?
Like cool, man.
See, rad. Man, I just say it's not a single fucking word I could think of that anybody would.
We've got you covered, man.
Us Scots are highly intelligent, man.
Yeah. I tell you about it, man.
Did you do?
Y'all invented golf. You got to be intelligent. Like it's fucking. That game still confuses the shit out of me. I can't hit a ball straight to save my life.
It's a small ball and it's a big, small hole very far away.
Yeah, exactly. It's genius. It's all.
So, how did you end up playing COD? How did you get into that?
Honestly, it was due to EA Sports continuously making Madden football shit year after year, and I'm like, I'm giving up on this game after being a loyal Madden football player to the point where.
What was your favorite Madden? Because I used to play Madden. So
fuck, dude, I was ranked in the world every year. Used to play in tournaments and all that. My favorite Madden football year, I mean, of course, the year Calvin Johnson was on the cover. He was a total glitch that season. You just threw the ball up to him. He was coming down with it. I would think it was Madden 13, 14, something like that. Calvin Johnson, he played for the Detroit Lions. And that year you just threw the ball up to him. He was coming down with it every year. It was pretty fun. But my favorite Madden of all time was probably 2007 with Michael Vick and how he changed the game of Madden that year with him being faster than anybody else in the game. So you could just run around with Michael Vick as your quarterback in circles and no one could catch you as long as you know what I'm saying, as long as you're smart about it. It's quite fun.
So do you?
It was like
PC or play PS?
I was lucky enough that I scored a PS5 a couple months ago. So
lucky
you. So I've been using that, but now my shit's got hacked, so it's almost useless until they get. I still haven't heard from Activision about this stuff either. I've messaged them 4 or 5 times. I've been waiting 3 or 4 days already to hear from them.
So see, and it's like quite like you've been ranked in games. You played fucking competitions, tournaments.
Yeah, man, I've paid $100 to go to. They used to have the Madden before they started really doing the online ones. You would actually have to go to the football stadiums, and they had this show on ESPN, and you'd have to go to the football stadiums and play against 300-400 other people on the consoles, like head to head.
So a big deal.
Yeah, and I the best finish I had was 4th place. I won a few $1,000s for 4th place, and then
wow.
All that. I've been ranked in the top 50 of the world a few times.
Shit, imagine you'd like get into that now and you'd finish. Dude. Imagine you finished 5th in a tournament now in esports.
Yeah, I know. But Madden 21 is absolute dog shit. I don't know if anybody's played it, but I think
it's
garbage.
PlayStation 3 Madden I'd played.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
Those were the good Maddens back then. Like,
shit, man, I feel really cool now. Like,
yeah.
I really enjoyed it. Me and my mate.
Those were the heydays of Madden, man. Like, that's where all the real Madden players, like, why can't you get back to it? All changed with the PS4, and they had the Madden 25 that came out with that. And it was like, it's all kind of gone downhill since.
I used to love the NBA games because
NBA, yes.
NBA
2K.
2K
now.
2K. I like it. Yeah, fuck it. NBA Jam was the game back in the day.
NBA Jam.
They have that on the arcade thing now. You can get it at Walmart, little mini arcade games you can buy. They have NBA Jam 1, 2, and 3 on the same little, like, the retro arcade game. Now do you buy
I can't remember what year it was that I played, but I remember all the team, to be honest, but I remember there was a really, like, he looked small in the game, small white guy, bald, Steve or something. Oh, fuck, what was his name? Like, really, really, really big basketball player. He was a wee white guy. Sidwell or something. Oh, God, what was his name?
Steph Curry. That's the closest thing to a white guy, I feel like, in the NBA.
No, he was, oh, God, I'll find it.
That's a joke. Luka Doncic.
I was just clicked on. I was like, hold on, Steph Curry.
Luka Doncic is definitely white. But you're talking about Jason Kidd, maybe?
Jason Kidd.
Jason Kidd was back in the man. Oof. Kidd and Iverson were some good competitions back then. Motherfucker.
Nah, it was
whatever. I mean, you got my audio for the Zoom call, though, right?
Yeah. Aye. All
right, cool. I just realized I forgot to start recording when we started on my MacBook, but it's whatever.
I've got all. The only thing, as I said, that was my first Super Bowl that I'd watched ever, and it was good when game. I think people were saying that was probably one of the least entertaining Super Bowls that there's been. It wasn't really full of drama or whatever.
It was boring as shit. It was like the year before that when Tom Brady won it with the Patriots versus the Rams, and no one scored a touchdown that game.
Fuck.
So it was boring. The Eagles Patriots was the last really good Super Bowl. That game was like 40-something to 30-something. It was
time.
And then the Eagles won their first ever Super Bowl. So, I mean, the whole city of Philadelphia went crazy.
Went mental.
Kevin Hart was on the pitch then.
Oh, yeah, he got kicked off. He tried to get on the stage. I remember that. That was funny. He's like, come on, man. Come on, man.
He was steaming, wasn't he?
Steaming is a motherfucker, dude.
The thing that probably stops me watching it is the whole start-stop. Like, I don't mind the start-stop, but the adverts every fucking 5 minutes. It's like
every 5 minutes or something like that.
I know, man. It's
good because that's why I enjoy it a wee bit, because it's like a halftime show. Fuck, we'll talk about that in a wee second. But the adverts are like, if you're American, like they're crazy. Like, Bud Light, yeah, drink Bud Light. The friends in the back garden at the pool. Like,
the Super Bowl has the best ads, that's for sure. Like, it's the one with the Michael B. Jordan as Amazon Alexa was fucking priceless.
Oh, I've never seen that one.
That was so damn funny. Alexa, turn the lights on. Turn the lights on. Turn the lights on, Alexa. Because like Michael B. Jordan was basically she's like, could you imagine if Alexa was built any better? And then the lady stares out the window. She starts imagining Alexa's Michael B. Jordan. And then she asks Alexa to turn the lights off. So Michael B. Jordan turns the lights out, starts taking off his shirt. And the lady's husband turns around. He's like, Alexa, turn the lights on. Turn the goddamn lights on, Alexa.
He was because he did Creed. He did.
He's actually in a really good Tom Clancy movie right now on Amazon Prime.
He done Marvel as well, didn't he?
He was in. He was Killmonger in Black Panther. And now they're thinking they might bring him back since Chadwick Boseman passed away, sadly. But
so sad, man.
He's a legend.
His speeches were amazing.
I watched a film the other day. Sorry, it's called 42, and it was the Jackie Robinson film. Jackie Robinson, the baseball. That was really good, actually. Really enjoyed
Fantastic film. He has one on Netflix right now where it's about the old blues musician Remy something like that. He just won Best Actor. Actually, his wife gave the speech for it. It's really good. There's another one he did with I think it's called 21 Bloods or something like that. It's on Netflix where he plays like a soldier. And a couple other really good actors are in there, black actors. And they basically are in like a helicopter plane crash in the middle of like basically the jungle. And they're having bad territory, I think, during Vietnam, if I remember right, or something like that. And they have to basically fight their way out of Vietnam. Like it's
very good.
Yeah, I never knew he was in that movie. Have you seen the movie Draft Day?
Draft Day, yeah. I've seen the movie, yes. Yes, I've seen it. I didn't know he was in there either. I'll have to rewatch that sometime. Kevin Costner.
Yeah.
The original Robin Hood. The only Robin Hood. God, that Edgar Tarrington fucking Robin Hood was terrible to me. I was like, Guy Ritchie, stick to what you do and let's make cool fucking don't fuck with Robin Hood.
Stay in your fucking lane.
Yeah, that's right.
Did you like The Gentleman? Have you seen that? Guy Ritchie?
The Gentleman was good. That's what I was saying. Stick in your lane, man. I mean, fuck. What's his name? Brad Pitt, I believe. What is it in Snatch? Right? He plays a Irish guy, Scottish guy, right? Yeah. Like
I know he's Irish.
Was it? Because you can't understand a fucking word he's saying in that movie. He's just mumbling the whole time.
He's a gypsy. He wanted that part. He chased that part down.
Oh yeah.
Because he really loved the script and wanted to play that character.
Brad Pitt's great though, man. He's very fantastic in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
I never watched that.
I heard quite a lot of bad reviews about it, and that's what kind of put me off. But I don't know if it was just.
It's because they change history a bit. I mean, people don't like it when you actually change history, like kind of like they did in *Inglourious Bastards*, where they all took out Hitler all at once and all that. But that movie was fucking incredible. I'm in the business of killing Nazis. Business is good. French. I am French. What do you mean? I mean, we. Brad Pitt's funny. Burn After Reading, Men Who Stare at Goats. Both are really funny, great comedies that he's in. And George Clooney. George Clooney's actually a really great comedic actor. He just did a movie on Netflix based on a book that George Clooney actually directed and starred in. It's called The Midnight Sky.
I watched about 45 minutes and I wasn't really into it.
It builds, man. It's one of those movies that builds.
It was a slow burner, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's a slow burner. By the ending of it, you're like, whoa. Like you're like, wow, this is crazy.
The Oceans movies.
Oceans is fantastic. I didn't like Ocean's 8, and it doesn't make me sexist.
I thought it was okay.
I liked Ghostbusters, the female version. I just didn't like Ocean's 8.
Women are fine.
Ocean's 8 to me was kind of weak. I was like, how are you going to kill off Danny like that? Like with no explanation, no real fun. I'm like, come on. It was what like the last. Have you guys seen the newest Terminator movie?
No.
And they just shit on the entire backstory of the Terminator by saying John Connor was later killed shortly after basically the second Terminator film. Like literally another Terminator comes and like takes him out. And I'm like, way to fucking retcon your entire basis of your entire fucking movie franchise. Like, yeah. This is the new chosen one, the robotish lady.
The robotish lady. If they didn't give a justification before the movie started, though, all they would be asked in the interviews once the movie was made, well, what happened?
Don't make the fucking movie.
Right, so what I was going to ask you about the Super Bowl is, did you see the weekend's halftime show?
I did, and I was very upset with whoever their audio engineer was, because I liked the visual parts of it, but the audio, if you watch the weekend's halftime show, sounded like it was fucking being recorded from outside the stadium. Like, yeah, I'm like, what the fuck is going on with this audio here, man? Like, Bruno Mars. If you want to watch a great halftime show, just search Bruno Mars halftime show from a few years ago. It was fucking amazing, incredible. It comes down on a drum set playing a drum solo, and it's fucking pop.
It's to remember that he said he spent like $7 million of his own money to make it more family, so no family, but at home friendly. But Bruno Mars could fucking sit in a park with a karaoke mic and put on a fucking amazing show.
I'm telling you, man, him and The Rock should run for president and vice president together. You know what I'm saying? The Rock and Little Rock. You know what I'm saying? Like they look the fucking same. Yeah.
Like,
they're both from Hawaii as well. Is The Rock from Hawaii? Is that right?
Well, he's Samoan. Yeah. He actually has a show now called Little Rock or something like that on Hulu. So it's called Young Rock. Actually, is what it's called, Young Rock, and it's about him growing up as his dad being a professional wrestler, and how his dad was really good friends with Andre the Giant. All these crazy Andre the Giant stories. It's really funny. Like it's
what platforms that on?
It's on Hulu. I want to say it's on Hulu or
right. Okay.
Yeah. We do get Hulu,
NBC.
But you fucking get everything, man.
The Peacock. It's fucking Well, yeah. If you paid for a VPN, you can get whatever you want.
You know the Amazon Fire Sticks? No. What I'm going to say is very
incriminating, is that?
For everybody.
Don't be dry snitching on yourself now.
Do you know what I'm going to say then?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Why pay for something when you can just have an Amazon Fire Stick?
Exactly.
That may or may not have a private VPN on it. That may,
or you know what I'm saying? May not.
Yeah, it might not.
You shouldn't. Probably.
I mean, it's not like my parents and 8 of my friends have my Netflix password. Like, it's not like...
No, that'd be rude. That'd be rude. Here, see your Disney. I mean, your Disney Plus accounts for you and you only. But if you happen to log in at a different house and don't log out...
Exactly.
You can have about 9 people on that. Disney need to get their shit together.
That's why they're charging $30 for the freaking new movies that haven't come out instead of coming out for free, like HBO.
What's the Disney own everything?
The Raya and the Last Dragon just came out yesterday, and they $30 premiere access if you want to watch.
I was going to put that on for a wee girl the other day, and I pressed it, and it was like upgrade now. Upgrade.
Upgrade to what? Show me it.
I'm paying for Disney Plus.
What the fucking... Yeah,
upgrade or wait till July, mate.
Yeah,
this is the fucking joke.
You can pay the $30 and then watch it as many times as you want until it comes out in July, or just wait till a couple months from now. It's in a red box or something like that. I don't know if you guys have red boxes there, but
but I just think
it's kind of
£15. I don't know what £15 is.
$20 or something, maybe.
Maybe a wee bit more, maybe a wee bit less, but
or you can get it on that Fire Stick, you know, with the shit.
Or not.
Yeah.
Did you ever
wife?
Just obviously, I'm going fucking way back to gaming here. Did you ever do like Fortnite? Did you ever play Fortnite or that, or did you just? It's not for you. You were too into COD.
Say, wait, what?
Did you ever try and play Fortnite?
I tried, and I almost started, like, the fact when they put the Mandalorian skin on there, I almost got back into playing Fortnite just because I'm fucking... The Mandalorian is like the greatest Star Wars thing that's ever happened since the original Star Wars. Like, it's... fuck, dude, that shit is so confusing, and like... I don't like third-person shooters, to be first... And 2, the aiming is really weird in that game. And then 3, the whole building aspect of it really always threw me off. I start shooting at somebody, and all of a sudden they're living in a fucking house. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here, man? Like, what fucking, are you paying for rent here? Like, how the hell did that happen? Like, what the fuck is, it's a little 6-year-old, all of a sudden he's on top of his fucking mansion and shoots you in the head. And get shit on. I'm like, what just happened? Like, I'm like, what?
Fucking real estate's really expensive here, man.
I know. Oh, shit. Yeah, get shit on. You suck, man. Your ass. I'm like, oh my God. Nothing drives me crazier more than getting my ass kicked by an 8-year-old on any game.
I know.
I've gone through so many PlayStation 4 controllers when all of a sudden I find out I'm just getting hammered on by like an 8-year-old. Like,
Oh
I'm like,
my wee nephew's shit hot at it, man. Like it was a while ago, and he was in the creative mode, and you can play like wee games, and his fingers were like, I don't know why they were
Steam
burning.
coming off him.
Aye, like it was building, and like I'm cranking 90s. I'm like, what? He's like, watch this, and he's going up, and he's like, fucking.
Some people are just
Mate,
like
there's
next
another
level. Dude,
Fortnite's made for Adderall addicts. Like, that's the way I look at it. Like, it's like tapping 8-10 buttons all at once. So I'm like, man, I just want to shoot somebody, man. Like, I don't. I just want to, like,
Brandon, did you see? I'm not sure if you're a fan of him, but Aiden, the streamer Aiden, have you heard of him?
I've heard of him. Yeah,
he's only 21. He holds the solos v quads, so he went solos into a game of quads and got 60 kills in COD.
60?
60.
He's cheating.
No, he's not cheating.
He's cheating.
He's proved. Aye. Anyway,
I guarantee it. He's probably using some kind of bot.
He's got a fire stick. And he is cheating at COD.
But he's got what you call an aim key, probably, which I know old PC players that actually used to hack games like Counter-Strike and all that. They explain, and I've seen them expose, like me personally, like I've seen them expose a lot of high-level streamers for cheating and explaining certain things where there's a key where they'll hit on their PC that literally will just snap the aim at somebody and just stays on them. And then they untap it, and you're not even going to notice it because even if they have a hand cam, you're not looking at the other hand. You know what I'm saying?
Nevertheless, to get 60 kills in a game is
well. So he broke that.
Still skilled.
He broke that record, and then I think it was like 3 days ago they broke the squads record as well. They get 166 kills between four people.
It's like that. It's like that dude Symphony, right? Who's on 100 Thieves now. I'm 100% confused. I've been 100% like that dude's hacking somehow when it comes to Warzone. I've seen him do some shit. It's like,
what?
Like, why do you start shooting into the house and hitting some guy directly, like straight in the face? Like, you don't even know dude's there after you just drop 3 other people. Like, what?
I know. That's what gets me. See when you're ghosted and there's like you just run in and look at you and you're like, how the fuck did you know I was there? I was in a bush.
It's not like they have fucking what do you call them, harps running around or some shit. Like, I don't even think that would be nuts if Warzone added harps. It really would be like that would be
something special. So you playing PC now? Just because you were saying you had the PS5, you're playing PS5.
Yeah, I play the PS5. Now? It's just I know some PC players that I play basically cross whatever platform. I know a lot of PlayStation players that don't
play cross that platform just because of what I hear for somebody I was speaking to the other day. They're saying you need to pay 50 quid a month and you get all the hacks.
Yeah.
On PC, whereas in console you can't really. I think
you can on Xbox. I think, but
because Microsoft.
But I don't think you can on PlayStation. I don't know.
With the console, you could use what is called a Cronus to help you shoot, which basically at that point all you're doing is pointing and shooting. But that's basically it's like a USB drive you plug into your console. They're like $30-$40.
Can you
and you basically then your controller plugs into that USB on the other side of it, and it basically counteracts any recoil you have with any gun. And you can change up to like 20 different settings, so you can use 20 different guns with 20 different settings, so you'll have
tremendous
that. It's the same thing. It's harder to detect honestly than it is with like PC hackers and stuff like that, but I mean, if you watch guys that are just pointing directly and shooting at you with 0 recoil whatsoever consistently, then they're probably using one.
Something. Okay. What's your favorite loadout? What's your guns?
Man, before I got hacked, man, I started really using the of course the Car 98. Yeah. And then I was using the Uzi with the 40 cal rounds. And it was just destroying the other day. I had this loadout where I had the Uzi with the 40 cal rounds with the monocle, the recon barrel, or the FSS recon barrel, the last one you can unlock.
So the Uzi
and the wooden stock.
Isn't he the Mac 10 then? No.
I like the Mac 10. The LC 10's better than the Mac 10. LC-10 is a fantastic gun, but this 40 cal Uzi is a one-shot headshot. You shoot somebody in the head once, they're down. I don't know what, it's a glitch right now, pretty much. Like it's like I literally I snuck up on a group of campers on a roof and literally swiped all 4 of them in one clip. And then there's only 32 rounds in one clip, or on one magazine of that Uzi thing. So it's.
Do you ever upload any gaming sort of content?
Oh yeah. All my stuff's on YouTube at bscribs88. And I've actually been having to do screen grabs off of there to hopefully, when Activision finally gets out to me, to prove like, yo, this is my account.
This is
like,
who I am, man. Has MTV new?
I got some great sniping footage that I did on when they released the Express, or what was it called? Is it Express 24/7? When that was, I believe, my last. I got some save footage I haven't put up there yet of the LC-10 and the Uzi melting. But I need to upload that, but that's going to be like an RIP thing, I think. In case I don't get my account back.
Do you think you won't get your account back, or do you?
I've heard horror stories of some people not. So unless they're really famous streamers, like I've heard.
You fucking crushed it with.
I only got like 40, 50 people on YouTube, man. Like it's only. But I mean,
do you use Twitch?
The PS5 video editing software. If you guys really want to check that out, that shit is crazy.
I was looking at that the other day because I'm a big deal. I have 2 solo wins.
Oh, nice.
2.
It gets better.
Gets better. My first solo win ever. Got on the train, done about 7 recons, went to the last circle, hid like a little bitch, kept hiding, nobody found me, jumped out because the circle was moving.
Just started using the stem glitch?
No, glitchless. Total glitchless. I was anti-glitch. Had a cluster, came out, put a cluster, passed a shop, had extra pennies saved up, bought another cluster, used that.
Just making it rain.
Fucking everywhere. It was Verdansk peppered with cluster strikes. Ran away with the circle, and whoever the very last guy was died in the storm, and I got a solo win with 0 kills.
That's actually harder to do than fucking
the last time I played a solo, I had 8 kills and I still finished like 18th, and some guy won it, had like 2. Like, what the fuck?
That's him.
The second solo win.
Overnight. He was just laying down with that Naga skin. Like he was just laying down in the building, and you just watch him drop the other guy. I was spectating, who had like 15 kills. That guy was actually really good. But
so it's 0 kills. The guy who came second had 13.
And you just hear him talking smack over the freaking intercom afterwards. You suck.
It said like it went boom, Warzone victory. I went laugh. Celebrated so much.
I feel like winning one of the resurgence things now seems like the real hard one, because that shit is just it's like a Guy Ritchie film. You don't know what the fuck is going on in there. Like it's like
Kill Bill.
They changed it again though, so that they took off the Resurgence Extreme, because that was just fucking mental. 100 people in a tiny map.
That's what I'm saying. That's like, I feel like winning one of those in a solo has got to be a real achievement, man. That's holy shit. You did one, really.
I won one.
That's impressive.
Did you win?
I not on one. It was the first night you changed to Extreme.
The other Kenny?
No, just randoms. Just I've got it clipped. What was your YouTube gaming channel?
It's bscribs88. It's my handle that I use on the Unintelligent Graduates.
Ribs 88.
Bscribs, like B in like scribble, like SCRIBBS 88.
Right.
Is that the year you were born?
And then the last video I think I posted on there is when I jumped on my buddy's stream and we clutched out a Warzone victory, and we had this crazy bunker exchange where it was like we were trapped in the bunker near prison, the secret bunker.
Yeah.
And I don't know how the fuck we got out of it, but it was great teamwork. And we were literally trapped in there by a team that was literally had us surrounded. We somehow got out of it, ended up winning the match.
Fuck.
And it was fucking nuts. Like I think I had like 10 revives just inside that bunker of like reviving people or me being revived. And then I thought about it afterwards. I was like, shit, these dudes are camping right up the two sides of the bunkers. They had a shield down there. I should have had my buddy throw his C4 on the shield. I should have ran out there and just had him trigger the C4 on the shield. And it would have wiped the dudes out that were corner camping. And we could have got that done with a lot sooner. But
so do you stream on Twitch as well?
Sometimes, yes. I believe I did a Twitch. I believe that's the odd thing is I think I did like an hour-long Twitch stream the day before I got hacked.
Right.
Which makes me a little suspicious that maybe somebody was watching my Twitch and somehow got some kind of information off of it. But yeah, man, I don't know. I struggle with consistency. Like yesterday, I was so pissed off about I was dropping kills all over the place, but our team wasn't winning. But we got a pretty solid team. We got the Tim the Tap Man kind of guy who's really he's that guy just is always there to revive everybody. And to point out everybody because he's always looking at the map, you know what I'm saying? And the other three of us have got, you know,
who's the Nick Merckx of the team?
I don't know, man. I don't think any of us are. Nick Merckx is fucking. I mean, he's kind of a douche, but the guy is crazy good.
Like, especially for being a console player as well.
Yeah, but man, like, well, the one guy, me and him have been playing games together since Battlefield 3.
Oh.
Like, me and him have been. Yeah, we've been. And we cannot wait for Battlefield 6 to come out. Like, we're like, Jesus, just have it happen. Like, man. But yeah, man, it's always weird. Normally each of us have like at least 5 or 6 kills apiece between the three of us. And then the other guy's always got 0 or 1. And then when we end up winning a game, there's Daddy at the bottom. Right? Daddy's like, yeah. Like one time he literally left to take a shit while we were playing, came back, and we had a Warzone victory. Like, it was like...
he's like, he's got the lowest damage and kills, but he's got the highest fucking score because he's just reviving and opening boxes.
Yeah. That's basically how it works, man. It's...
Sorry, guys. Sorry. With the miss. I hate not having the Bluetooth headphones, man.
No, we were just talking about COD, mate.
Don't fall out with me, guys. Be
friends. So, Branden, we'll not take up much more of your time. I think that's nearly 2 hours.
Yeah.
Shit, sorry.
So we've got one question that we ask all our guests at the end of the show. So if you could have one drink and one drink only, what would you have and who would it be with? Anybody, dead or alive?
Oh, man.
Oh, the pressure.
Under pressure.
David Bowie, man, was great on that song.
Wow.
David Bowie, they don't talk about how much David Bowie had an impact on that Under Pressure song, actually.
Really?
They always talk about Freddie Mercury and Prince. Freddie Mercury and Queen, but David Bowie was just equally as
influential.
Yeah.
But no.
A lot of people don't even realize, what is it, that Money for Nothing, Chicks for Free? David Bowie. Yeah, David Bowie actually is in that song too, and he's uncredited.
Is he?
Yeah.
Why would
but man, get back to who the fuck would I have a drink with? And man, oof.
I thought you were going to Robin Williams.
Yeah, but that would fucking sobriety stuff up. I was thinking about that, but I was like, I don't want to do that. But fuck, man, it would probably be any like real or fake.
Whoever you want.
Oh, your bootsman, whoever you fancy.
I'm gonna pick a real person. Somebody was once alive or still alive. I'm trying to think. It'd probably be fucking Jimi Hendrix, man. Like, I feel like fucking partying, having a drink or partying with that guy would have been an experience.
You wouldn't have made it out alive, would you?
TV's
probably not. No. I mean, my very first thing I ever bought with a paycheck was the Jimi Hendrix Experience box set.
Wow.
Was like it was unreleased stuff. And actually, one of my prize albums I have is actually an original copy of Jimi Hendrix Are You Experience. Yeah, the actual original 1969 vinyl of it. I got it at a garage sale for $1.50. Actually,
fucking hell.
So
Shit,
it's
a
all
couple $100, man.
Maybe it's possible. I mean, but yeah, man, Jimi Hendrix is definitely
An influence.
one of the reasons I always got into playing music. Wasn't more.
You play guitars? Shit. Like,
I play guitars. I started on the drums.
Drums are cool.
Drumming. I mean, Neil Peart, Rush. I mean, Rush was Tom Sawyer, man.
Such a good sound. So Jimi Hendrix is your person. What drink are you having?
What drink am I having? Fuck, man. I would have to have probably an aged bourbon on the rocks, straight.
There we go.
Straight?
Oh, yeah, straight.
Yeah.
There's a good Irish whiskey, actually, called the Sexton. Have you guys ever had it?
No.
You should check that out sometime. I think it's...
Have you...
Very quickly before we end, Conor McGregor's been bought out proper 12 now.
Has he?
Conor McGregor.
How much?
100 and something million.
Have you tried proper 12 whiskey?
No, I don't think so.
No.
I need to.
Conor McGregor's whiskey brand.
Oh.
So it's pretty nice, to be fair.
Do you like it? It's just whiskey's not my thing.
But this Irish whiskies tend to be like
sweeter.
Smooth. Mm-hmm. Like they don't like Scottish whiskies, like very
Jim Beam, is that a whiskey?
Jim Beam is, man, I'd see Jack Daniels has got some sour mash whiskeys that are pretty hard on the throat. But they also got some like the Gentleman Jack and whatnot.
Jack D. Honey. Jack D. Honey.
Oh yeah, the Jack, that's good stuff, man. Man, yeah, like a really good aged bourbon, I would have to say, or a cognac, one of the two with Jimi Hendrix on the rocks. You know what I'm saying?
Good answer. Good answer.
Cool.
Pleasure.
Yeah, man, it was cool. I've never actually like sat down and chatted with people from Scotland. It's cool, man, that you're able to do this.
If you ever need the guests for your podcast,
absolutely.
So definitely. That'd be cool. Imagine being a guest.
Absolutely, man. I'll definitely get you guys on there and stuff.
Boring with
or maybe
everybody to listen to.
Maybe we'll all play COD together at some point or something.
Definitely. Definitely. Brilliant. Well, Branden, thanks very much for your time, mate. It's a pleasure. Amazing, good to hear a different accent as well. So
probably the second longest podcast.
I know. Right, guys. Enjoy the rest of your night.
Subscribe. Enjoy your life.
Yes.
Stay safe.
Speak soon.
Bye.
Yeah. See you.